Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Sunday Spirits. This week we are going to sample Buffalo Trace. Before I get into the reading of the bottle, I'm going to pour it first so that it has a little, has a couple minutes to open up. I want to do it on camera. If you don't want me to do it on camera in the future, let me know. I'll pour it before I start. But yeah. I picked up this bottle probably a month or so ago. It seems to be an elusive bottle for some people, but it's not very expensive. The most that I've ever seen it for was I think it was like $42. I think I paid $35 or $36 for this one, or maybe it was $30. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure some places mark it up. But yeah, it's relatively inexpensive for how much people seem to be how sought after it seems to be. So anyway, so Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I do like the bottle. I do like the art and such on there. It is 45% alcohol by volume, and it's got a bunch of stuff on here. Yeah. So, the ancient paths of countless buffalo led America westward. Legendary explorers, pioneers, and settlers alike followed these trails known as traces through rugged wildernesses to new lands, new adventures, and newfound freedom. One such trace, called the Great Buffalo Trace, crossed the Kentucky River at a spot just north of present-day Frankfort. Early pioneers settled here in 1775, and with plentiful, pure limestone water and rich river bottom loam for growing exceptional grains, distillation quickly followed. With an unparalleled reputation for creating outstanding bourbon whiskey, the Buffalo Trace Distillery today stands as one of America's oldest distilling sites. The bold heritage of the mighty buffalo and the individuality and pioneering spirit of those early Americans were again found in Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, the very finest bourbon created at the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traditionally handcrafted, Buffalo Trace has a smooth, confident taste that invites discovery with every sip. Explore Buffalo Trace and taste the spirit of legends. So, yeah, there's a... I don't know. It's very colonialist, whatever the fucking word is. Yeah, it's amber color. You know, we've all seen it and love the color. Honey, yellow, amber. Yeah, it leans a little more like honey color, I would say, rather than amber. A little more yellow. Let's see what it smells like. Coconut. Coconut is the... Ooh, it smells good. Ooh, just got like a fucking waft of alcohol in my eye. Yeah, coconut, when you get a little bit of that, like the coconut meat, but you get a little bit of the inside of the thing on there, so it's a little like bitter. or whatever it is I haven't had in a while. We actually have a coconut that we need to open this weekend. Yeah, there's something. There is a little bit of like a. At first, I was gonna say like kind of like a fruit leather kind of thing, but I think it's more honey. And maybe a maple syrup kind of thing. It's weird. Now the coconut thing isn't there anymore. Oh, it's a little bit. It's kind of morphed into like, from like, it was very coconut at first. And then it kind of morphed into like a kind of coconut, like maple syrup honey thing. Maybe a little bit of like a citrus zest thing as well. Yeah, it smells good. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. This is also my first time having Buffalo Trace. I've never had this before. This is the first bottle I've ever bought, and opening it for the first time, trying it for the first time. So, cheers. Yeah. That first sip. That coconut thing comes in at the finish. But that that citrus thing, it's kind of, it is a citrus thing, but it's not like citrus, but I think you all know what I'm saying when I say citrus. It's a little more than just the zest, I think. More like, kind of more like zest, but it's like brighter a little bit. Definitely some oak notes. Man, that first sip was, it evolved a little more. That second sip was kind of just, I kind of got a little bit of that citrus thing, and then I got some oak. That citrus thing, more oak, and then I didn't really get that coconut thing in the finish like I did on the first sip. I'm getting a little bit of that honey maple syrup thing on that sip. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. I like it. And I mean, I don't think I paid $30 for this. I think I saw it. I think I was remembering. I saw it when I went to a liquor store in Indiana, and it was $30 there. I'm pretty sure I did pay $35 or $36 for this. Yeah. So. Yeah. I don't know if it's me or what, but every sip seems to be a little different. Like I'm getting different things on every sip. Yeah. There's definitely, I could see that I could see the that maple syrup thing that I'm getting. I could see that being vanilla for some people, but I'm calling it maple syrup because it reminds me of I use maple syrup to sweeten my matcha when I make it in the morning, and it reminds me of that. So that's why I'm saying maple syrup. But I could see somebody saying, "Oh, that's a vanilla note or whatever." But yeah. I was kind of half expecting this to be a garbage thing, one of those like hype things that like everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta try it," and then it's just like fucking whatever. But yeah, like I said, it's not the best one. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite bourbon that I've ever had, but it's definitely a good one. So I am glad I picked this up. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out. Hope you're doing well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. You can like this video if you'd like to. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram, 93lumber. That's spelled out, 93lumber. And we will see you in the next one. Cheers.